So that you come to concerts to have a good time, not to die.
An innocent night out for people just wanting to enjoy some live music turned out to be one of the most traumatic things in these young people's lives. On Friday, November 5, at NRG Park in Huston, Texas, event-goers of Travis Scott's Astroworld Music Festival surged towards the stage, and the evening resulted in 10 people's deaths and several people's injuries. Let's look at what led to this unfortunate event. Welcome back to CelebriTea, where we spill the tea on the latest celebrity news, rumors, and scandals. How did it start? It seems like it was a combination of several factors. Firstly, it was a sold-out concert, so you can already expect a large group of people. Next, the crowd started surging towards the front of the stage, compressing people who were already standing there. Madeline Eskins, an ICU nurse in attendance, shared her experience, recounting that as the show was about to begin, a timer was shown on stage, signaling the entrance of the rapper. And this is when the crowd started getting really rowdy. All of a sudden, people compressed up against each other, pushed forward and backward. As the timer got closer, Eskins told CNN, it got worse and worse. Eskins added, I had constant pressure on my chest. I was being squeezed. Right when he started performing his first song, I looked at my boyfriend and said, we have to get out of here. Once he started, all hell broke loose. All of what is to be 50,000 people run to the front, compressing everyone together with the little air available. Another concert goer, Alexis Guavin, told CNN. Luckily, I have mosh pit experience and I'm 6 feet tall, so I could at least put my head up to breathe. But others not so fortunate. Travis' involvement or lack thereof. Several videos were soon surfacing on social media showing event-goers pleading for the event to be stopped since people started feeling heavy discomfort. Travis Scott was filmed several times allegedly trying to ensue chaos, saying things like, I want to see some rages, who want to rage? Later on, he could be heard saying, there's an ambulance in the crowd, whoa, whoa, whoa. This briefly calmed the situation as the crowd mellowed down as the rapper looked onto the sea of people, with one man being escorted towards the ambulance. Then, Mr. Scott said, if everybody good, put a middle finger up in the sky. As the music resumed, Mr. Scott urged the crowd to make the ground shake. This wasn't the first time Travis was called out about this behavior, and he has been noted before for his tendencies to encourage mayhem and borderline violence in his concerts. Security risk from the start? Before the show even starting, some goers voiced concern with how chaotic the crowd was already getting. Micah Hatfield, a local ABC reporter, said that, as we were arriving to the Astroworld Festival at NRG Park right at 2 o'clock, a stampede burst through the gates. Hundreds of people destroyed the VIP security entrance, bypassing the checkpoint. People were trampled, some were detained. The local officials declared that the venue was well equipped to handle the number of people in attendance. We had more security over there than we had at the World Series games, said the city's mayor, Sylvester Turner, who mentioned that the event took place on county property. There were 505 event security staff members, 91 armed private security officers, and 76 off-duty officers from the Huston Police Department paid to provide security at the event, officials have said. In addition, there were more than 500 on-duty Huston police officers at the festival. Unfortunately, that proved not enough because fire officials said they initiated a mass casualty incident around 9:30 p.m. Finner said police officials immediately told concert organizers about the escalating problems. The concert was cancelled 40 minutes later, following discussions between the fire department and venue officials, according to the AP. The delay in ending the concert was brought about by the fear that cutting the performance too short would upset the attendees and lead to more chaos. You cannot just close when you've got over 50,000 individuals, okay? We have to worry about riots, when you have a group that's that young. Were drugs involved? Although we cannot vouch for the sobriety of everyone in attendance, it is unclear if there were really someone going around injecting people with unknown substances. The nearest we got to confirmation was a statement by one of the security officers who was trying to reach out and help someone and felt a prick. The officer later became unconscious, and a mark very similar to a needle prick was seen on his neck. Other than that one unconfirmed experience, it was most likely that suffocation brought about by the mosh pit was the clear cause of the casualties. Eskin, the aforementioned ICU nurse, also gave the statement that the supposed medical staff was undertrained and inexperienced. She told CNN there was only one AED machine, which is used to aid people in cardiac arrest, and only one ambu bag, which is used to give air to people who aren't breathing normally. She said there were maybe 4 medics and claimed that one of them did not even know how to check for a pulse. There were only 4 of them doing CPR, while there were 3 to 4 people in cardiac arrest at one time and one AED machine, Eskins claimed. The aftermath. The dead ranged in age from 14 to 27. 25 people were hospitalized. 8 were confirmed dead on November 5. A 9th victim died on November 10, according to her family's attorney, after previously being declared brain dead. The 10th victim, a 9-year-old who had been in a medically induced coma, died November 14. Travis and his team are facing troubles when it comes to civil litigation, as the families of the affected seek justice for the senseless deaths that happened that night. What has Travis said or done? The following Saturday afternoon, Travis Scott took to Twitter and said, "I'm absolutely devastated by what took place last night. My prayers go out to the families and all those impacted by what happened at Astroworld Festival." Scott also said, "Huston PD has my total support as they continue to look into the tragic loss of life." Astroworld's official page also tweeted, "Our hearts are with the Astroworld Festival family tonight, especially those we lost and their loved ones." This was followed by a black and white video posted on his Instagram.
To the ones that was lost last night, we're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time.
Travis continued, "Anytime I can make out anything that's going on, I stop the show and help them get the help they need. I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this." The rapper has cancelled his November 13 headlining set at the Day in Vegas festival. He also claimed that he will be paying for the funeral cost of those who tragically passed away, as well as partnering with BetterHelp. Yes, BetterHelp, the app that probably has sponsored your favorite YouTuber at one point, to provide counseling for the people affected. Kylie Jenner received criticism for taking videos of the crowd when you can clearly see people having an emergency. She took her statement online. "I want to make it clear we weren't aware of any fatalities until the news came out after the show, and in no world would have continued filming or performing," she wrote. "I am sending my deepest condolences to all the families during this difficult time and will be praying for the healing of everyone who has been impacted." Was the response enough? A lot of backlashes were thrown Travis's way after the incident, as people felt that his efforts and apology were far from enough. Firstly, the fans were very unsatisfied with his public apology, as people claimed that he sounded more frustrated that he had to do the video than entirely sorry. Second, the BetterHelp partnership would only grant 1 month of free counseling for those affected. Most saw this as a distasteful marketing ploy to get people, not their service. Not to mention that this is not the first time BetterHelp has been called out for shady practices. People have compared Travis's actions after the fact to those of Ariana Grande's during the attack on her Dangerous Woman tour. 22 people were killed in a suicide attack after an Ariana Grande concert at Britain's Manchester Arena. Even though the attack was something no one could have seen coming, Ariana was deeply heartbroken and had massive efforts to help those who were affected. This includes One Love Manchester, a benefit concert she organized and supported by several high-profile artists. Proceeds from the event would benefit the We Love Manchester Emergency Fund, which was established by the Manchester City Council and the British Red Cross. The funds will go to help the victims and their families. The British Red Cross reported it received more than £10 million in donations in the 12 hours following the concert. Concert tragedies have happened several times in the past, but whenever it repeats itself, it is never any less sad. We hope the families find peace, and we hope stricter measures are implemented to reduce the possibility of another tragedy in the lives of young fans who only wanted to have fun. That is it for today's video. Do you think Travis is to blame? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a beat.